Hi everyone, welcome back. So we're going to do, if the dog comes out the way, we're going to do 10 minutes or so. Lie down, Elf. There's a good lad. Come on, Elf. Down. Not there though. Lie down. This is what happens when I come to lie on the floor. He's gone on the sofa now. We're good. So we're going to do a little bit of core work. So settle yourself down. Notice that, I've not even got my mat out. So you can do this anytime you like. If you feel the need to do a bit of core work like me right now. So I'm just settling in, feeling the back body on the ground, just noticing how I'm settling and how I'm connecting today in this body. How do I feel in it? As always, I always take a moment to check in. Good idea just to see. And how much energy I've got. Is this appropriate for me right now to be doing? Making any little adjustments you need to make, a little rock of the pelvis. Some of you might want to do a little bit of arch and flatten, just rolling forwards and back in the pelvis. And it's always a good idea to do this because to rock forwards, I've got to contract my lower back muscles, and to rock back, I've got to pull into my abdominals. So I'm shortening here and lengthening the lower back. And to rock forwards, I'm lengthening my core and engaging my lower back. So think muscles work in pairs. So if I'm shortening one side, the other side is lengthening. So I'm just going to gently rock forward. So for me, as I breathe in, my belly expands and that takes me forwards. And as I breathe out, my belly softens and that's what rolls me back. For some of you, that might be the other way around. And that's fine. So just work with the way your breath works in your abdomen. It expands, I rock forwards. As it softens, I rock back. And this is a good indicator as well as if we're a little bit blocked in our shoulders or maybe our jaw, we're tensing that. So it just helps start to feel into where we're holding in our body. So you might have to play with this a little bit longer today. See what you need. So for me, I'm going to go into arch and curl. So I'm going to take the hands behind the back of the head. And the idea is that I let my head be supported by my hands. I'm going to rock forwards in my pelvis, flatten, so I'm pulling into my core, my lower abs, and that is what's going to lift my shoulders up. I'm going to bring the elbows in and slightly tuck the chin. And then I'm going to open the elbows out and slowly roll back down. And once I'm down, I let my pelvis rock forwards. So obviously you just got to keep breathing with this, but I want to be flattened to lift. Once I'm lifted, I'm going to bring the elbows in. And then open my elbows and slowly bring myself down. I'm just going to do that a couple more times, or 3 more times. So let's do 5. Hold it up, hold it down. So flatten to lift. Draw the elbows in, and then open the arms out and come back down. And lightly press the elbows in once you're down. See how that your body responds to that little bit of a press through. I'm just going to do 1 more. I really like these because if you're doing them right, you will not feel your neck. You will just feel your lower abs picking you up, so to speak. So from there, what I want to do, and this might take a bit of practice for some of you, I'm just going to sort of rock the pelvis in a diagonal plane. So right, that's my right side, right sort of top of the pelvis to left hip. So I'm just going to rock. If you think of a clock face, think of it as 12 and 6. And I'm sort of rocking from 11 to 5. So I'm just rocking it. I just want to see. I'm going to keep my right hand behind the back of my head and release my left hand down by my side. So if this doesn't come straight away, you've got to play with that. You have to pause the video and just play, because this will be another indication that we're a little bit stuck in the pelvis. So what I'm going to do is, as I come back and sort of engage the core so I can feel the core engage, I'm going to lift up and go over and then come back down and rock over towards that left hip. So I'm going to flatten and lift and rotate and then come back down. And the brain really has to engage in this. Again, I'm just going to do 5 in this diagonal arch and curl. I'm pressing in, coming over. I'm just going to do 1 more. Feel it in. Over I go. I'm turning the head as well towards the outer hip, and I release that down. Release the arm. So again, I'm just going to see how I connect on the opposite diagonal. So sometimes I can feel a little stuck in the sense of one of the diagonals. I have to just be really mindful. And normally I would go quite slowly with this if I was working it for somatics. Obviously we're going a little bit quicker today than I would normally. But just get that feel of that gentle rock. And this might be your practice today. So I've got it. So I'm going to take the left hand behind the head. As I rock back and flatten over towards the top side of the back of my left pelvic half, I'm going to bring the right knee in and take the elbow towards it, looking directly past the hip, and then bring that back down and rock over towards the hip. So I'm going to flatten over, lift and rotate, and then come back down. And again, I've got the head behind, the head held in the hand to support it. So I should not feel this in my neck. So just get that right. So I'm going to flatten and lift. I'll just do 1 more. So I'm a little bit more disconnected on this side, but it's quite difficult to speak and do this. And come back down. Pause and relax. Just come into that arch and flatten again. Just see how I'm doing in my pelvis. Bring the hands on the ground. Again, you can always take a twist in between or a little rolling bridge if you feel that you need to. So now what I'm going to do is just what we call horizontal walking. So a nice easy one. So I bring the knee up over the hip, not into the chest. It's just over the hip. I've got to pull back in the core to lift the other knee up. And basically I just take the other foot down and then that one. And then I alternate which leg I lift up first. Shin sort of parallel to the ceiling. And you, again, hopefully you're feeling a little bit of core work there. So I call this marching. Again, because I've got my head on the ground, hopefully I'm not tensing into the neck. And what I like to do is bring them up parallel and just press the legs long till and I've got to really pull now and engage those core muscles, and then bring the knees back over the hip. And I might do that a few times. Again, watch that you haven't stopped breathing. Just keep the breath flowing freely here. And then place that down and down. Breathe in. And for me, I'll take a washback twist. I'm going to bring the arms out, roll the right arm, right palm up, left palm down. Inhale, take my knees over to the left and look right. Exhale, use the core to come back through the centre and change sides. Exhaling, engages the core. So I'm going to come back up. Just do that as many times as you want to each side. Coming back into my centre. So now what I want you to do is sit on your hands and bring your legs up into space. So here I'm working into 5 series. So what I want you to do is just lower your right leg. Don't let it touch down and keep your left leg coming over your body. Breathe in slowly. Let's not do them too quick. Can't feel them if we're doing too quick, can we? Lower the other leg. I like to point my foot. You can do what you like with it. Coming back up. Now for those of you who are a lot stronger in your core, I'll just show you this sat on the hands once more. Obviously, you know, if you've got you've got your big rings on, you're going to have to take them off for this practice. Bring them up. So for those of you who have got a bit of a stronger core, I sit up on the elbows, on the forearms, press the chest forward and pull the navel back and bring the legs up. And then I'll do it there. But what you've got to watch here is that you don't collapse. So we don't want to be collapsing Got to keep the press. And also, the leg that's in space, don't let it follow. So I'm keeping that up. Are you feeling this yet? It's quite a good one, this. I like this one. So just do one more, either sat on the hands or leaning up, pulling back through the navel, pressing the chest forwards. When I bring that up, I'm going to release that down, bring the knees into the chest, and take a core twist this time. Exhale, come back through the centre, hug in, go to the other side. Or keep your feet on the floor if you feel you need a little bit of a break. And over. Good, lovely. Breathing out. So again, I might just place the feet down, use the core to put the feet down, sit on my butt again, or the top of the side of the pelvis, extend the legs up. So this time, I'm going to see if I can pull back through the navel and lower the legs so they hover, and then just open the legs and cross them. Open and cross. So alternating the cross. Nice deep breaths in and out. And again, you know, some of you will be able to do this sat up, chest forwards, belly back. You probably can't tell with my belly at the minute. Forwards and back. Keep breathing. Are you feeling warm yet? Gently crossing. And just go until you feel you need to stop. I'm just going to do a couple more, so I'm just showing you these. And then I'm going to bring the knees back into the chest, come off my hands, go on them, hug the knees in, just gently rock side to side. So one last one that's a little bit fun is Happy Baby core, which I love this. I think, I can't remember where I found this from. I think it was Jill Miller. So what I do, imagine I've got something I want to reach for, so your favourite drink or something, and you've got to use your legs with this. So I'm going to reach up and come back down, and keep reaching up, like I'm kicking my legs, having a little tantrum in my cot, kicking them away. And you know, if you want to do a little bit, reach over to one side, come back to the centre, reach over to the other side, come back. And just really kicking it away. Coming up, going down, might roll a bit, might do a little bit of rolling. Woo! And then I might come up, gonna come up and balance in Navasana. Go over to one side, lean the hips the other way. Come back through the centre and lean. Come back through and see if I can just sink my boat back down. Lengthen it all out. Bring the hands down by the side. And again, you might just want to go roll up into sort of a baby bridge. Just lengthen it back out. Roll it back down. Take a little twist. Just to release. Maybe for you just want to lie in a big star shape and take a few deeper breaths in and out. Well done. Good core work. Obviously, you could hold a plank now for a good couple of minutes, but I am going to tune out. See you again soon.